Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind Meditation. And welcome to the start of a brand new week. We are right in Monday morning. Our teacher for this week is Jeff Brown. And I always say this of the people whose work I use in our morning meditations. I love his work. And you would do yourself a favor to do a search for Jeff Brown and take a look at some of his work. And even, I guess the shortcut would be to just Google Jeff Brown quotes, and you'll get a good idea of what he's about. Linda, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Sunmity, good morning. Welcome to this Monday morning. The title of today's message is, You Have the Heart of a Warrior. You have the heart of a warrior. Doesn't that title just make you want to roar? It should, because within you lies a powerful warrior waiting to be unleashed. Today's Monday motivation is a call to awaken the warrior within, the one with the unwavering spirit and unyielding determination to fulfill your purpose. It's a reminder that whispers, it's never too late. We all have a purpose, a reason for being here, but sometimes life throws us curveballs. We might feel lost, stuck, or a little bit like a late bloomer who hasn't quite figured it out yet. So the first thought from Jeff Brown says this, and I think it's so damn beautiful. He says, so-called late bloomers get a bad rap. Sometimes the people with the greatest potential take the longest to find their path because their sensitivity is a double-edged sword. It lives at the heart of their brilliance, but also makes them more susceptible to life's pains. A good thing we aren't being penalized for handing in our purpose late. The soul doesn't know a damn thing about deadlines, says Jeff Brown. I love this piece so much. The soul doesn't know a thing about deadlines, and we don't get punished for handing in our purpose late. Rains Murray, good morning. Happy Monday. Good to see you here. Hope you have some time to sit down with us and meditate for a while. Right, the next thought from Jeff Brown says, to find your way, you will need courage. Lots of it. If you don't have courage, fake it until you make it. Soul shapers are artists, but they are also warriors. It is no easy feat to shape the inner world. You need the heart of a lion to overcome the odds. You need to fight for your right to the light. I think it's so damn beautifully said. Charlene, good morning. Happy Monday morning to you. It's not just that you need to have the heart of a warrior. A warrior's heart is what you already have. You don't have to go search for it. You don't even really have to wake it up. It is still there beating. It has fought for your every breath, and it will continue to fight for your body for a good while longer. It's time you recognize your heart for the warrior that it is and learn to trust it. Drop from your head into your open heart. There is a wisdom there that will guide you. If you're ready, let's go there. You can close your eyes and let's start with the first few big breaths. Here we go. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. So as you fill your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, then again let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine. Slump down your shoulders and drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale and falling with every exhale. I want to take the time to remind you of exactly what it is you are doing right now. You are taking your body by the hand. You are sitting this body down, and you are teaching it. You are letting your body know clearly and with a heart full of love what you want from it. Without using the words, you are saying to your body, this is how I want us to do this in future. Creating moments to stop, turn away from what's going on, from the busyness, and just take a moment to become centered, to become grounded. Your deep belly breaths, specifically because you're trying to fill the balloon in your belly. Those breaths can also be called diaphragmatic breathing, because you are activating your diaphragm to its fullest extent. There are two sets of muscles we use to breathe. One set is the intercostal muscles between your ribs, but they really cannot expand much. The major muscle for breathing is the diaphragm. If your ribs are a rib cage, then the diaphragm is the floor of the rib cage. And while the bars of the cage are made of bone, they can't move too much. The floor of the cage In this analogy, we'd be made of rubber, a muscle that can move up and down quite a bit. The point that I want to make is, when you engage this muscle, the diaphragm, to drop down low into your belly and then back up into your chest, when you engage that muscle for your breath, it massages your vagus nerve. And this nerve is the trigger for your calm nervous system. Every time you sit your body down and breathe into your belly, you're stepping out of the fight or flight nervous system and into the rest and digest nervous system. The more you do this over and over, a few times every day, the more you are teaching your body about calm, especially when you're in an environment where you feel under pressure. If in the middle of that pressure, you sit your body down, take a few big breaths before you continue, you are teaching your body how to be calm under pressure. So on a Monday morning, I love to remind you exactly what it is that you've been doing and continue doing. You become the teacher of this body. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies to stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left. And also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, Then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a new week. And you are ready. You are ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. standing at the start of a new week, we take the time to look into the week ahead and create some clarity, some intentionality about how we step into this week. Let's start with what is known about the week. What is already in the calendar? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, walk yourself through the week ahead. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Give yourself a reminder of what are some of the things you need to get done this week. What are some of the places you need to go this week? Who are some of the people that you need to see this week? Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? And I always want to remind you that creating is a very wide spectrum. Don't get stuck only on the work-related projects, the things that create income. Of course, that's very important, but that's just a part of what we create. Every interaction we have is an act of creating. The conversations you have with the humans around you create the relationships you have. Everything you do in your home creates the energy in your home. You can try and cast your mind wide and think of all these ways of creating, or for right now, focus on one. Work, home, relationships. Just one more thought. The health of your body, the food you eat, the way you move your body is an act of creating. So how are you creating this week? What are you creating this week? And if the answer is not clear to you, then ask yourself the question. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question could be, what am I creating this week? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to transport yourself a week ahead. Stand in the next weekend and look back. What are the things you'd like to get done this week? When you get to the weekend, imagine you have a checklist. What are some of the things you'd like to check off that list and say, I got this done and I got that done? Or perhaps are there a few things for which you'd like to say, I got started on this one and I made progress on that one? What does your checklist look like for the end of the week? Take your next big breath. As you step intentionally into this week, there are things that are known about the week ahead. And we've just taken a look at some of them, things that are already in the calendar. We have an idea of what to expect. But there also will be many unknowns in the week ahead. And it helps to feel a little bit prepared in dealing with the unknown. And also to be surrendered to the fact that there will always be unknown. And to that, I want you to look to your heart. With a reminder. Today's message has the title, Awaken the Warrior Within. I want you to step into this week being reminded that you already have the heart of a warrior. Place your hand over your heart. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, try and feel connected to this beating heart in your chest. Can you feel it beating? Take your next big breath. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, I want you to look back and remind yourself of some of the tough times you've been through. We don't have to get too deep into them right now, but we all have them. Some of the tough times that you've been through. But what I want to remind you of is that this heart, through those tough times, this heart has been fighting for every breath that you took. This heart fought its way through each of those tough times. And here it is, still fighting for every breath you take. And it will continue to do this for a good while longer. Can you feel a deep sense of the warrior that your heart is? Take your next big breath. We started out by taking a look at what is known about the week ahead, and we accept that there will also be unknowns that we can't know and properly plan for. But as you deal with the unknowns this week, as you deal with the pressures of the week ahead, I'd love for you to be able to put your hand on your heart and remind yourself, I have the heart of a warrior. I can do this. Paint this picture for yourself now. See how you are able to remember in the middle of a pressured moment. See how you are able to remind yourself, I have the heart of a warrior. I can do this. Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you Jeff Brown's message one more time. He says, so-called late bloomers get a bad rap. Sometimes the people with the greatest potential take the longest to find their path because their sensitivity is a double-edged sword. It lives at the heart of their brilliance, but also makes them more susceptible to life's pains. It's a good thing we aren't being penalized for handing in our purpose late. The soul doesn't know a thing about deadlines. He says to find your way, you will need courage, lots of it. And if you don't feel like you have courage, then fake it until you make it. Soul shapers are artists, but they are also warriors. It is no easy feat to shape the inner world. You need the heart of a lion to overcome the odds. You need to fight for your right to the light. It's not just that you need to have the heart of a warrior. A warrior's heart is what you already have. It is still beating. It has fought for your every breath, and it will continue to fight for your body for a good while longer. It is time you recognize your heart for the warrior that it is and learn to trust it. Drop from your head into your open heart. There is a wisdom there that will guide you. Take a moment to say thank you to your warrior's heart. Through the hardest times, it never backed down. It kept fighting for your every breath. I'm going to try and be a little bit more like you, heart. The next time I feel like I don't have the courage, I'm going to remember how you keep beating, whether there's courage or not. Next time I feel like I'm under pressure, I'm going to hold your hand, heart. I'm going to try and be as brave as you. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for a moment in which to become intentional about the week ahead and become clear about how I want to step into this week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for my warrior's heart. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder that this heart has been fighting for my every breath forever. And I can be reminded of the courage in my heart every time I face something difficult. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for jumping into the week along with us. Tracy, good morning. Good to see you here. Maggie, good morning. Happy Monday. Awesome seeing you. And Pat, I'm guessing a good evening to you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Probably not evening yet, right? It's good to see you pop in with us. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Sun Marie. Thank you, Annalie. We'll miss you from tomorrow, Annalie, but it was so cool to see you live while you could. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Mari. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Have a great week. See you here again soon. Ciao, ciao.